I'm Todd, and I'm a blacksmith here at Old Town San Diego State Historical Park. And I've been blacksmithing here now for about 29 years, probably this week. And blacksmithing is a craft where people shape the black metal irons, where we get our name blacksmith. If you look at the color of the iron, you'll notice it has kind of a dark gray or black oxidation. So we are known for working with the black metal. Someone that works with gold would be known as a goldsmith, or you might have silversmiths and tinsmiths. The history of this park here, or this shop, is about 40 years ago, the building was built, and it has been the blacksmith shop for the park for that long. And it's a working museum for the park. There's a number of things that we can make here in the shop by using a number of tools that we have. Some of the items that we have are axes that historically people would have used chopping wood. We have chains, nails. A lot of the branding irons the blacksmith would have made for the different ranches, so they would have been able to brand their cattle. Here's a farrier's rasp that the horseshoers would use on the horse's hoof, but it's something that we could take and make into a snake. So if you think of iron very much like a piece of modeling clay, we're able to squish it or sculpt it, or what we call forging it, into different items using the tools that we have here.
As Todd explained, we're called blacksmiths because we work in the black metals, that's iron or steel. As you can see, it's really, really hard. So I'm going to show you how we make it more pliable and how we can shape it. The main thing we use is heat. So we have to heat up the metal. We do that by putting it in the forge here. To make the forge hotter, we use the bellows to add more air. Eventually, it'll glow a really pretty kind of orange yellow color, and then it'll be just as soft as clay or Play-Doh. As you can see, now it's that nice pretty color and it's much softer. So now we just use our tools. I have the anvil, which is this right here, in my hammer. Now you can see that it is as soft as clay or Play-Doh now. So we can mush it, shape it as whatever shape we want. Just like that. And as you see the color leaving, that means the heat's leaving as well. Alright, now as you can see, it started to lose its color, which means it's cooling off and all that heat is going out into the air right now. But even though that's getting darker, just like the spot where I'm holding, still isn't cool enough to touch. Because if I touch that right now, I'd be headed to the hospital. Just to show you how hot it still is, even though it's black. I'll show you on this piece of wood right here. You can see it's starting to burn. So, if I need to touch that end, what I need to do is take it over to the bucket here and quench it. We're going to dip it in the water, just like that. Make sure it's nice and cool. And now we can touch it again. So the metal, if you think of it like a piece of chocolate, you put a piece of chocolate into the refrigerator or the freezer, all that cold air, it's going to make it really, really hard. But if you take that same piece of chocolate and you put it out in the sunshine and the heat, it's going to make it really soft and maybe even melt it. So it's the same thing with this metal. Make it nice and hot over in the forge, makes it nice and squishy. It's just like clay or Play-Doh, and we can bend it, move it, however way we want. And when we need it to be hard again, safe to touch, we bring it over to the water and make it cold, just like a piece of chocolate in the sun or a piece of chocolate in the freezer.
What I have is a branding iron that we've just taken from the fire, heating that up. And a branding iron is a tool that a blacksmith would make for ranchers. And the reason ranchers would want to brand their cattle with the hot branding iron is to leave a symbol on their hide. Now that symbol right there represents the ranch, so every cow with that symbol would belong to that rancher. This would be the same as if you went on a field trip with your class and your teacher put a name tag on every student. This would allow others to see which students belong to which groups. Thank you for coming to the Blacksmith Shop today. We hope you enjoyed learning about what we do, and we hope to see you in the future.